Hello, welcome back to Mindful Musings. I'm Dee Dee, your host. Happy Daylight Savings Day? I don't know, whatever. If you do that, I know we do. And it messes me up, I tell you. And it's mostly my kitty cats because they don't know that the time changed. So theoretically, because, what is time? Here we think of time as linear, but, all these different things are floating in. Like, what is time? And because I was just observing my kitty cats and just in awe of their ability to be just so very present. Even the way they lick, and they clean themselves, and they stop. And they look at you, and they're just so present. What a gift. What wonderful, powerful reminder they are, aren't they? All of our loving beings. And if you have a doggy, well, they're just so in the now and so joyful and loving that, that's what's important in life, I think. Anyway, in case you, this is kind of what I do. I just come and I sit down when I get that nudge, and it's a stream of consciousness. It's, ideally some, my higher wisdom, my spirit team, with messages, whether it's hopefully amusing, uplifting, or just what needs to be seen and said in the moment, just to support us all in being who we authentically are. So thank you for being here. As you know, I love my sound bowls. I'm a sound bowl practitioner, an energy alchemist, an intuitive, and an elder. I like that. I kind of say, I'm your basic crone, but I do like elder because I am. I've had a lot of life experience, and that's why I suppose about a year or so ago I got the nudge to come on and just start sharing in case there's any maybe tools, insights, to be able to share that we can utilize, that you can utilize, that maybe will spark something inside of you to assist on this journey towards authenticity, towards ascension, especially during this very chaotic time. And yes, it is extraordinarily chaotic, isn't it? If you go there. But the good news is really, you don't have to go there. You can just let that play out while you come back into yourself, center of the head, place of neutrality, connected, fully connected to Mother Earth, to Gaia. Deep breath, bringing yourself present in the now. Just like the kitty cats, just like the doggies. All animals are really present. That's survival, yes, but it's also such a gift. It's a way of life. And they have much to teach us. That nature is about being in the present moment. And what a gift it is to be so very, very present with someone else. Particularly with yourself, but being present and holding space for others is a remarkable gift. It's holding the light. It's being the light. So that's pretty cool. Yesterday, my husband had a 50th reunion of his Fraternity pledge class, and so we went. Let me preface this. even though we went to the same high school, the same college, I was not a sorority girl. No. I did my first year at KU. I did live in what was considered to be the sorority dorm. Truth be told, I went through Rush and nobody wanted me. No, I think one sorority did, and I'm sure they were lovely, lovely people. I just knew it. No, this is not for me. And this is where you just really have to trust that the universe has a plan for you. And it was, obviously, I had a wonderful experience. At the theater department. I did theater, and then I minored in psychology and all that stuff. So my path was different. Okay, anyway, that being said, going back for a fraternity pledge reunion was kind of like, oh, not sure about this, but I love you and I want to support you, so I will be there. It was fine. It was wonderful. On the way there, what struck me, maybe a poor choice of words, as when I tell you the story, beware, there's a little meh in my story. The drive to Lawrence is always lovely because it's like open skies. These clouds are just beautiful over what was the prairie. So there's just, I'm always just mesmerized. And on the way there, as we're driving down one of the streets, I see this little squirrel over on the side, and I'm like looking at the little squirrel going, hey, guy, no, stay there. Or no, he just comes out to the road. I said, no, okay, so you get all the way across. I'm like talking to him in my head, and I'm watching him, and I'm going, yeah, you got it. And he made it over to the median, and I was like, oh, thank you. I'm so happy you made it, little squirrel. And then all of a sudden I went, no, don't turn back. And he turned back. Yeah, he got hit, I think. I'm not positive. It happened so quick. But it was the reaction I had, because it was like that instant, how you connect with nature. And, the like, yeah, you made it, you good. And then when he turned back, I said, oh, you don't be stupid. And I was angry. And it was hard to tell if I was angry at the squirrel or I was angry at the car. And I didn't turn around to double check because I just didn't, it was another car, it was a couple lanes over. But it was with me for quite a while, obviously, if I'm talking about it still. But the immediate just sadness, the anger, and how I was angry that the squirrel would do that. And I was, as we passed the car, I was angry at the driver, kind of. And then as I just realized, again, the energies being what they are right now, just be observant of what comes up for you and know that it's some aspect that is wanting to be looked at and wanting to be healed and to release, to integrate. So I decided to sit with it a little bit. What is this anger? What is this sadness and this, beliefs that I had control, that I should have been able to control this. It was a profound experience for me to sit with it and, say my little, my prayers and bless you. And then probably about 20 minutes later, then it's like what came in was, don't worry, you didn't suffer. It was like the realization of, at least I've always been told that, we and the animals, our animal kingdoms, they choose when they're going to leave. And it really is not, it's just the energy just changes. It's like walking through the door. We're here and now little particles were over there. And then that's the image that I got, was that, regardless of whether the body was, the little squirrel was okay. He just was in a different form. And for whatever reason, that brought great relief. I don't know why I'm exactly saying this, except be aware of what's coming up for you without judgment, without fear, because I feel like we are being accelerated, that the energies are really supporting us in diving into areas in our energy field, in our past, whatever, where we may be still holding on to, whether it's, resentment, anger, guilt, fear, whatever we may still be holding on to, that's of the lower level of the 3D. And given the opportunity to apply loving, compassion, understanding, and forgiveness and release to it, so that we can lighten ourselves, lighten the energy. So I encourage you to keep persevering. Don't go digging for it. But things will come up for you. Or at least I know they have for me. And it's starting to become a little game with me. Like, okay, this is up. What do I get to take a look at and heal now? And let me look at it with honesty, with integrity, and bring in the forgiveness and the understanding, the compassion, to release the judgments, because emotions are just emotions. We as humans, that's how they are. They're just emotions. It's the judgment that we've placed on the emotions that have kept us in a state of dis-ease. Because when we don't release the energy, it can create an imbalance, which then can create dis-ease. So this is our opportunity to just observe with compassion and to heal, to become lighter. Journaling is really wonderful. Physical exercise, oh my goodness, to be able to dance it out, or to yoga if you're into stretching. Breath work is powerful, is wonderful. Mirror work, looking at yourself, eye contact with yourself in the mirrors. I love you, or hello beautiful being, whatever you need to say to yourself to express the love. So many tools we have. Of course, I love my bowls. I love my metal bowls. Drumming, drumming is fabulous. Again, we're at a stage, I think all through November, where we have an opportunity to really release the old. And a lot of times that's going to require body movement, whether it's massage or active working out, walking, dancing, singing, creativity. Give yourself permission to release, to let go. Yeah? Well, that was interesting. Another thing I did last night was way back when, in the 90s, when I was doing, I was in the University of Santa Monica getting my master's in spiritual psychology. One of the things we did, don't know if it was second year or if it was when I was doing the extended program, we watched a movie, Defending Your Life, had Meryl Streep and Albert Brooks. I may have mentioned it in a video, a couple of videos back, because I couldn't remember who Albert Brooks was. But I decided to rent that last night, and I got such a kick out of it. watch it. I remember all of us, because in the class we were in, this is spiritual psychology, and we are all thinking about, how to heal the wounds and the fear and all this. So it was smacking us all in the face and in our hearts. So it's a good movie. Is it how it is? No, probably not. I doubt it very much. But it offers a different perspective. And the thought of how we are always probably feeling like we're having to defend our life, defend our choices. No. Our choices were what they were. We did the best we could with what we knew at that time. So give yourself a break. Bring in the love, bring in the forgiveness, bring in the trust of our expansive hearts, our expansive minds, that we will always do the best we know how to do in any given moment with love and compassion. And one of the things that cracked me up about the movie was they talk about big brains and how we on the earth, we're small brain. And they call the newly transcended small brains, because we only use 3% of the brain, whereas over on the other side, they're using I use 48%. Oh, he uses 54%. Oh my gosh, and they'll say, oh, this is a big brain thing. You can't understand it. It's not because, it's an arrogant thing. It's just simply because you can't understand it, because I'm using 54% of my brain. Anyway, I digress. But the whole idea is, again, that we're this 3D linear. We're only using what we can comprehend on a 3D linear level. There is so much more going on. There's so much more telepathy, insight, connection that we are not conscious of, because we simply can't, because we're in the 3D. And that's where we're going into a higher consciousness, where we would become more aware of it. Back to the movie was facing the fears. And what is that? Experience the fear, do it anyway. If it brings you joy. Do no harm. Do no harm to yourself or others. But remember that fear and excitement can have the same kind of energetic makeup. But you have to lean into it to see which is this fear as in really survival? Like, is this fight or flight fear where, honor the fear? Or is this merely excitement being kind of disguised as fear? And then if I lean into this can raise and free myself by going into the excitement, going into the freedom of experiencing, of expressing authenticity. That so often in life we have let the fear of judgment stop us from being our authentic selves. The fear, what would they think? What will they talk? What if? The what if? What if it's something absolutely glorious? Let's do that what if in the positive sense. Let's free ourselves rather than continuing to go into the fear. Remember, fear is a lower vibration. Fear is what the 3D environment is all about. Fear is about control and separation and us versus them. Love is expansive, it's higher. So choose love over the fear, over the restriction of fear. And ultimately in the movie, it was love. Choosing love is what dissolved the fear. So during this time when there's so much going on in the external that we could go get absorbed into the fear, I would encourage all of us to step back, come back to self, and choose love. The more we choose love and compassion and forgiveness for ourselves and for others, the more we choose that, the lighter our vibration is, the higher our consciousness, our frequency, and the more we start living in the higher consciousness world. Is this making sense? I don't know. Like I said, I never know what's going to come out of my mouth when I sit down here. But that reminds me, stay hydrated. Remember to bless the water with whatever intention you wish to infuse in it. You know, love, peace, health, balance. And then as you drink it, allow it to infuse and ingest into your body, into your energy field. One more thing was just coming in with that. As we are integrating, be aware of any tendency to perpetuate the us versus them as we are embracing our divine feminine. See a lot going on where the movement of, yes, embracing our divine feminine is making the masculine wrong and is making the masculine the villain. Please, please, please do not do that. We are both. We are both masculine and feminine, divine masculine, divine feminine. We are integrated. We are both in balance. What has happened in the past, yes, the masculine energies have taken over. There's been an imbalance as well as a corruption, a toxicity. That doesn't make it all bad. So as issues come up and as you may be wrestling with the feminine and the masculine, please honor that we are both and we need both to create this new world. Stuff may come up for you. As best as you can, regard it with neutrality. Be the observer. Just like in the movie, imagine it being played out on a movie screen that you get to watch and experience. Observe it and then apply. What are the lessons? What did I gain from this experience? How can I love this more? How can I bring this into the present moment? Because in the present moment, the past has no energy. Bring it present. Give it love, compassion, and understanding and forgiveness. And then thank you with gratitude. Thank you for what I learned from this. Thank you. Allow everything to integrate and then release it. Journaling is great. Speaking with a therapist is always good. Honor yourself. Honor the nudges that you get from your higher self. And in order to do that, again, you gotta be grounded. You got to be connected as above, so below, as within, so without. This place of compassionate detachment, of sacred witnessing. Be that loving essence for yourself. And as we heal and become whole, we will be able to be the loving essence for others as they awaken and are facing the same, well, maybe not the same, but similar fears that we've experienced. And we will be able to hold love and light and compassion. Hold space. Okay, I'm going to do a quick oracle card read because I get to go do my retail thing today. Get to go play with people who love birdies. So, for the highest, greatest good, let's see who or which oracle card wants to speak. My highest spirit team, for the highest and greatest good, only love and truth may speak through me. Please remember to like, to share, and subscribe. Okay? Let's see who else. Oracle of the Seven Energies, Colette Baron Reed. Let us see what. Co-create your most beautiful and meaningful manifestations. Yes, remembering that we are co-creators. Oops, excuse me. We are co-creating with the universe. The universe has us. And please, as best as you can, remember that as things crumble around us. That was another thing that I was noticing on our ride, or how so many things from yesterday have crumbled. And it's okay, go ahead and mourn, allow the emotions to come up. But also know that the old systems, the old ways of thinking, of behaving, they do have to crumble in order for the new to grow, so that we are planting seeds that has to crumble for us to create the new. It's okay to mourn the loss. That's very human, that's very us. But then let it go and trust the universe, that there is a divine plan that our small brains cannot comprehend. Please keep trusting that. Okay, so this is Call of the Muse. Well, I love that. This great freedom, the movement, again, that obviously that the muse is our creativity, being open to the inspiration and movement, allowing the movement of the energy throughout, a movement of our body. And that is the way to get the flow going. When you feel stuck, writer's block, seeking answers, move. Allow yourself to move. It doesn't have to look pretty. It doesn't have to look, it doesn't have to look any way at all. That's a judgment you've placed on it. Release the judgment and allow yourself to move your energy, to release which will then allow the creativity, the muse, to come through so that we can create, so that we can lift up and not take ourselves so seriously. Remember, lighten up, Francis. Remember, we got lighten up. Be the light up. And know how beautiful. It's like the vision that I get is as the dancing, it's like little sparkles all around, the wings, everything, sparkles of energy and radiance. And as it fills and it just sparkles all the way, it's the new crystalline energies. We are becoming more crystalline. Go out and dance in the sun, dance in the moonlight. Allow yourselves to embrace who you are becoming, this beautiful crystalline, higher vibrational, multi-dimensional being. These wonderful beings that we are becoming cannot reside full-time in the 3D. It's okay to let that go. And remembering that for now we will be straddling. We will be straddling. But keep your vibration high as you can. So that when you move, it's little fairy dust, little sparkles. You are the magic. Remember, the magic is within. It's not something outside of us. It's all within. We are divine sparks. We are all part of the Creator. Okay, I think that'll do it right now. Please be gentle, be kind. Allow your creativity to flow. Be gentle with yourself, and of all things, bring in the forgiveness and the love and the compassion. We are all simply spiritual, divine beings having this human experience. Let's enjoy it. Let's enjoy the ride. Let's go with the flow. Whatever cliche. Be here now. Who you are is a treasure. Definitely. The joyful divine being in me recognizes that joyful divine being in you. So be it. Namaste.